How about now? How about now? How do we have quality options? I have a hard time checking on those. I see quality auto on mine with the ability to pick it, so it looks like there is? Okay, good. God damn it. So yeah, I feel like since you guys were so nice and suffered around for whatever the hell it's called. Hydrophobia. Still only to 720 max? Are you... Is it able to go higher, honey?
What?
Is it able to go higher than 720?
Not with your setup.
Why not?
Because you don't have your thing set high enough.
How do I change that?
We're gonna have to go with your settings.
We'll have to change
over 720.
We'll have to change it later, guys.
You don't have your OBS set up like I do.
Okay, so we're going new game. Tell me how the sound is. I tried lowering it as much as I could. So, Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. There's more downstairs if you're hungry.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Oh. Samantha was at 1080p. Isaac is a lying bitch. That was for Arcadia. It might be the scene. Because I think each of the scenes are separate. Or no?
No. But then again, Twitch was only doing 360 for a bit for some people.
Oh, I don't know. If I am mad at his mercy, may the gods pity the man and his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. Lovecraft! You did make me... What did you do? Oh. Wait, is that on the wrong one? Oh. He's scared of the shark head more than the human one. Fine, Arcadia, I won't read it. Shut up, Riogino. Okay, if this is too loud, tell me. I think I turned my volume up. Okay, so left stick to move. Oh, it's surprising. This is loud. Oh. It's just sharks. We're fine. Can I run? This is probably the worst game to be playing on controller, but that's what I chose. And I'm gonna regret this. Toggle to crouch. Apparently there's an interaction icon. I don't know how to deal with that. For those of you who don't know, this game is brand new. You must light up some items in order to interact with them. Okay. How? Could tell me how? Apparently. Okay. Well, there's candles here. Tiger, are you... Tiger's still roaming around looking for his drugs. And if Isaac didn't tell you, he somehow found the bag of catnip and knocked it all over everything. Okay, can I can't do this. Reminder wants to be picked. Okay. Oh. Tiger! I got a bolt cutter. Oh, it's for the chains over there. It's over here, though. Oh. So, I have my eyes on a different Cthulhian type Lovecraftian game that's also supposed to be coming out, but I think that one's going to be a bit longer. I think it's called The Sinking City. I'm actually looking forward to that one more than I was looking forward to this one, but this one I still really wanted to play, and I definitely wanted to stream. Yeah, I'm curious to see how they did with this one. I'm not holding my breath on this one as much as I am for...
Fate inescapably draws you on.
Oh, you're a poet. Can I use it on this? Is it low?
The game is just a tad low. If you put it up just a little bit, it'll be fine.
Fine. That went from 41 to 50.
That should be fine.
And I hit my desk. Tiger, can you not? Sorry for the noise.
Come here. Come here, you psycho.
No, he was just staring at me. I just picked it up.
Come here. Can I? Oh no. Can hang out
Oh.
with Papa? Well,
You can sell him so sugar paws if you know what you mean.
I don't think that works.
What a putrid offering.
It's gross. Is that a whale? That's a freaking killer whale.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Oh goody, now I know how to run! I love it when games are all like, yeah, this is how you run. This is just like, guess what you're gonna be doing.
Behold. Everything has already been written.
Fuck.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
I don't think you're supposed to have backstory from the start, Arcadia. Where are your eyeballs, though? That wasn't me, though. I hate whiskey. No, you don't. Consult diary. Wait. I had information. My private detective agency contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there is no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. Okay. This is... So apparently stats... So there is definitely an RPG. Ooh, occultism. I want to do that. I just want that. Oh, and look, my sanity. I got mental trauma. Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War, where he took part in the Meuse-Argonne offensive. I'm really bad at history, so just wonder if the main character looks hot. He's one of the few survivors of the last battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades, without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares that haunt him. Okay. Confident in your abilities and your Cartesian mind, you conduct your investigation by sticking to the facts, your convictions, and your perception of reality. Your conclusions are logical and reliable. Cartesian? Cartesian? Okay. I feel like that's a term from a Lovecraft thing that we just... Well, look at my lighter. It's engraved in memory of the 77th. Oh, that's neat. Oh, look at that. I can do this. Yes. Can I... It's like Resident Evil. Okay, so what's this?
I wonder why I still take these things.
Because you need them? Doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now their effect has been wearing off. Oh yeah, I got some sleeping pills. It's all I've ever wanted. Can I put my shirt... Don't put your shirt on. Don't put your shirt... Find a mirror. Find a mirror. Find a mirror. Damn it! There's no mirrors.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed.
Oh, it's just a blanket.
I used to be an avid reader.
Yeah, okay.
I used to be an avid reader.
You have two of the same book right there.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Oh. Just get some heroin. That's what they did in the olden times. Yeah, you should be able to find it at the corner drugstore.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
It's just, I could rotate this in case we've ever wanted to rotate this. It's nice that I got that. Case closed?
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
the frick is he doing?
I should get rid of all this stuff.
Why? We don't need music in this game. Just...
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
His voice is hot. His voice actually sounds like the same guy who played the vampire in Vampire. Wait a minute. That's the same. Why? It's been a while since he jotted anything down. Guess what? He hasn't jotted anything down since. I'm picking up all this stuff, and this is the only thing it says I have. Oh, knowledge. Oh, so if I pick this stuff up, I can use it later. Yeah, I think there was something about that I heard. I want that. Don't drink right now.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the...
We get it, he's intelligent but horribly disturbed.
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Personal information. Oh, so I can allocate skill points. I have 8 points available. Occultism represents your knowledge of the occult sciences. Improving the skill increases your chances of determining the use and origin of occult artifacts. Well, anyone who's been around me knows that this one. Oh, God. Oh, you gotta keep putting it in. Okay, fine. We're level 2 on this. Spot hidden. Psychology. Oh, God. I need to do some psychology. Knowledge of human behavior. Improving this skill improves your chances of understanding motivations of a person based on his or her behavior or analysis of objects. Let's do that. Eloquence. Fucking hell. I'm not eloquent. I'm an occultist. There we go. Okay. Validate.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I don't think anyone can really give much in the way of spoilers.
I'm coming.
But yeah. Yeah, I think eloquence and occult is likely important. Possibly. But I mean...
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem. And I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
I swear it's the vampire's
whom
voice.
you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
I wish I took the
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl. She is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
Oh my god, of course, Sarah
painter.
Hawkins. Oh wait.
Yes, everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
The Fuck. Got it from a gaming store.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture.
Why would
That's
you...
all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Why would you consider a painting to have to always be logical? Like, it said this was updated. Was this just updated with this? Like, example, despite the tree, here's some of this. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams. They are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creatures calling me? A strange picture painted by Sarah Hawkins. Whatever. We're gonna just look at this. Oh, this is... Can I have my drink now? It won't let me drink now! I'm so upset I was gonna have to drink.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
The one guy with the on the top right does look like the vampire from Vampire. That's it. We know what happened to them. All of them vampires. All of them. How are you doing? Your face looks like it needs some moisturizer. Anyways.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
What do you mean no drinks? Find out about Warehouse 36. I read about her mental fragility in the police report. Something's not right. Where did... find out this one.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
Who be honking
And you
though?
think your
Someone
daughter
outside.
could be in the sender.
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Oh. Where did she live?
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Who names the town Darkwater? Usually when people found towns, they're all like, Pleasantville, Sunnyvale, Green Valley, just to attract more people. They're all like, Darkwater, hope no one moves here. Something's not right with this story.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Isn't Iceland actually green and Greenland's actually icy?
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter.
What is with his arm and hands?
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Oh.
The sender's label mentions...
Oh, I already did
warehouse,
this.
That's right.
And you think your daughter...
That is what you go to Dark.
Okay.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce.
That was
I didn't
not
expect
knowing
any
how to
less
close
coming
the
from a
door
man in your situation.
quietly, if you heard that.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
I'm queer. What is you trying to say?
Dark water. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic.
Wait. I want to see what he has to say. Wait. At what point do you get more skill points anyways? Oh, he's 63. I know so much so easily. He's a wealthy businessman, well respected in the Boston area. Stephen Webster came to see me in the order that I investigate the death of his only daughter, Sarah Hawkins. The man accepts neither refusals nor inconvenient truths. He is ready to do anything to prove that his daughter was not mad. Charles Hawkins, ship owner, age 41. He's deceased. Local celebrity on Darkwater, the heir of a ship owner family, used to travel a lot. Met Sarah Hawkins during a trip in Paris, fell in love, got married, took to the remote island Darkwater, had a child named Simon, lived a very secretive life. Sarah Hawkins, the babe, age 33, painter, age 33. Look at that gauge difference. It's disgusting. When did Dilly start Call of Cthulhu? Just now. We're still in the very beginning. Sarah Hawkins, a painter known for her tortured artistic universe. She was worshipped before the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearances. I seem to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whisper to me." Her marriage to Charles Hawkins years ago surprised high society columnist, a wealthy Boston heiress known for her party-going, chooses to follow her new husband and live as a recluse on the island of Darkwater. She disappeared from the front pages of newspapers and nobody heard any more about her. I'm so close to sneezing. Even her death in a fire remained a secret. Only her father, Stephen Webster, continues to seek the truth. Simon Hawkins, 11, schoolboy, because there was nothing else for an 11-year-old to do at that time, unless he wanted to go work in the factories. Only son of Sarah. Actually, that's a good point. Why the fuck weren't you working in a factory? You just going to school and trying to be one of them learned kids. I see what you were doing. Only son of Sarah and Charles Hawkins. He died in the fire that claimed his whole family. If he was working in the warehouse, he wouldn't have been there. That's all we have to say on that. Occult. Intuitive and visionary artist for some, overpriced imposter for others. Sarah Hawkins leaves nobody indifferent. This mysterious and reserved painting offers strange images with violent colors, wild strokes to the world. If her paintings are a testimony to her visions of the world, then the world of Sarah Hawkins is a portal open to other dimensions. Extract from the notebook of Edward Pierce, private detective. Let's see. We already know it, or we can tell what it says. Like,
I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
what's this?
The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
The Learning of Medicine, a dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. First volume lists all illnesses known in the civilized world, details the symptoms and suitable treatment. Medicine? Really? That's how you progress your stuff? Oh. Either that or that's a way to
I used to be
it.
an avid reader.
No, open. Can I have a drink now? Yes! This will affect your destiny. Oh. But life is better with the drinks. What if we just keep drinking?
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Let me see this one.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since
No, they're
then.
rich. You should be getting married. Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes. But don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows. But today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coasts of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Isn't Arkham supposed to be in
A
Massachusetts?
good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Huh. So another item.
Natural sciences, linguistics,
Okay. Can I
archaeology.
find more stuff that's worthwhile? I don't, I'm like really afraid of drinking, but what if drinking a little bit actually helps with your sanity in this game? What then? It's a really long wait for leaving. Got achievement unlocked, the Sarah Hawkins kiss. This is a great load time. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label, an address, a warehouse set in the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. If I hadn't upped my hidden objects, would I have found the warehouse note, I wonder? Arkham's in Gotham. Shut the hell up. Arkham! It's like we're Miskatonic University. Jeez. Miskatonic has like one of the only copies of the Necronomicon, according to H.P. Lovecraft stuff. Oh, the frame rate on this point at some of these things. Like, when I started the game, I was like, okay, what is the graphic settings to? And it's like ultra for everything, so it must look like my video card. Focus Home Interactive presents. Quick! Did they make Vampire? Because I swear to God, same voice. I don't think they did. Joke derp. I know it was a joke. Game by Cyanide Studio. Okay. I'm not playing this too much tonight, but I want to start it, and I will try and play it every single night this week. That's my current goal, because I actually really want to see how this comes out. I say that now. My goal is to play this again tomorrow night on stream, but we'll start with Isaac being able to finish Hydrophobia, because he does want to be able to say he finished it. No Resident Evil 4. Not yet! I still own Resi 4. I own a lot of games, Sagitta. We'll eventually get to all of them. Eventually. Probably die first. The rate I have games. I'm not expecting this to be an incredibly long game. I mean, I'm expecting it to be decent sized, but not super, super long. You grab some whipped cream from the kitchen.
There's guys coming to unload.
Mushroom.
What is wrong with that dock? Thank you, Tommy Voltage, for the follow.
Welcome to Darkwater.
Same publisher as Vampire. There you go.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
It's the same actor then. I bet you anything.
So, what wind brought you?
I'm not even
Does the
looking at
Hawkins
this.
case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you.
Are you guys all
As for
like
me,
Innsmouth?
you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Oh.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Okay. Go to the bar. He advised me to visit the port's bar, mentioned a little pick-me-up, suppose I could get the lay of the land at the same time. Fishermen have gathered around the carcass of a killer whale, could have a look at that, and the local... yeah, I'm gonna go to the killer whale. But there's also the people that are gathered on the street. I don't get what the hell their deal is. Oh, God. Really, game? I'm pressing things too fast or something. I have 1 character point. Damn it. I feel like I'm gonna need eloquence. Medicine and occult skills can only be improved by objects discovered in the environment. Oh, so me giving myself a boost to that was a really good idea. Okay. I feel like I need to actually focus on stuff instead of being like, yo, yeah, like here. No, I want to validate. There we go. Dark water. Why is it saying? Oh, because places. It would seem that the world has forgotten the very existence of this isolated rock off the coast of Boston, small and hospitable island whose coastline is made up of steep cliffs and sharp reefs, with only one outlet to the sea. It is mainly inhabited by the descendants of whalers who set up a supply post there in the 1800s. It was hit severely by the collapse of this activity. I think that the only venture on the island that is still profitable is its medical institute. God damn it. I'm not used to the controls yet. At the entrance to the port of Darkwater, one still passes in front of the shell of the Skyla, the last whaling ship to have brought back a catch. I feel like that name is from something, and I don't remember. The last whaling ship to... sailors wander the docks looking for some small job for the day. A gang of bootleggers has set itself up there and is gnawing away at the territory of Captain Fitzroy, the last sailor to own a boat capable of making the round trip between the island and the mainland. Here, the golden age of whale hunting is but a distant memory. Okay. We're good. I consulted my diary. It was great. I could run. Yeah, why?
Oh, no, man.
Oh. Kimmy Kims! Thank you for the raid!
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea.
We're gonna examine this because it gives medicine.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short
How are
time
you
ago.
doing?
Only a specialist would know.
Can we get?
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're...
What could have done so much damage?
Oh, how am I liking Call of Cthulhu? We just started it. So far I'm enjoying it. And I've been looking forward to it since its original announcement.
For you, sir.
I just want a really good Cthulhian game. I'm gonna ask about Warehouse 36.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36. Darkwater.
What is wrong with his face?
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce
Thank you,
myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
What's your problem?
Something
What's your
real
problem,
bad.
sir? What's your problem? What's your
Don't
problem?
put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
What?
Cops, they can't understand.
It's just, what are they gonna do? Take the, yeah, H.P. Lovecraft stories. I'm really hoping this is gonna be good. So far, it's been pretty decent. Oh, this random green lantern doesn't look ominous at all. No, of course not. So I'm just doing a basic investigation because that's how all Lovecraftian stories tend to go. Some sort of investigation, which you probably shouldn't be doing, because the whole premise of any good Lovecraftian story is that the more knowledge is dangerous, and the more you know, the worse things get. So obviously, we're going to try and know everything.
Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman.
The terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Signed, Cat. It's Cat for the win. It's just the threatening people now.
Broken. This place seems half
I'm
abandoned.
just going through this guy's stuff.
Fishing equipment.
Kim's rated us.
Kimmy is a sweetheart.
Kimmy is a sweetheart. I found the bathroom. I want some privacy. Thank you. It's just... This was pointless. The door opens both ways. I love that about video games. The door opens both ways.
Been used in a long while.
It's because it's the whaling thing. This used to be a whaling island, no longer a whaling ship.
It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
You think you could fix your stairways? Oh. Maybe I should talk to him before I just go through things. Oh, medicine volume. Second volume teaches ethics and good practice to medical stuff. Yes. I need occult stuff, though. I want to become an occultist. So, yeah, Kimmy, the one thing I noticed, and I'll show you real quick, which I like about this. I do like some aspects of this already. But everything that's in purple here are the different stats that I can level up as I get the character points, and I still don't know what triggers character points other than probably story progression. Occultism and medicine are both yellow, and you can only level those up while you're playing the game by finding stuff that levels it up. So I found 2 medicine books already, and I had the whale. And occultism I have a head start on because when you first start the game, you get 8 character points to spend, and I just threw a ton of them in occultism because I didn't know it did that at the time, but I like wizards and spells and things.
I brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
What? He did what?
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests.
They're
on the
there.
table next to you.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907, and a partial date. The rest of the document is blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? Okay, I can leave? Well, no, wait. We're not passing up this opportunity. Going up into what is probably his it's not his private area. It's not.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
In this photograph, a man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on the bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg. It's a new clue. Nothing in there.
What a macabre souvenir.
Macabre? I don't think I've ever heard that. I've always thought it was macabre. Is it macabre and they just did it wrong? So there's a whole spot hidden skill too that I didn't put many points into, but I still put a little bit. No, I think I did put points into that. So I don't know if there's anything hidden in there that I had the potential of finding. And it's very possible. This game is supposed to have this thing where if you put skills into different areas, it plays differently. Or at least the story's different.
That suits me fine.
I don't know how actual they came out with it. The only thing I don't like about it is that sanity in the game they did say is not a game mechanic because they didn't want people to game the sanity. So sanity is a story mechanic. Yeah, I like the atmosphere of this game too. Yeah, I thought it was pronounced macabre. And he goes macabre. Oh. That was welcoming and nice. That's why you don't have a girlfriend.
Hey, be careful.
Just slightly oh, hello. You got this mysterious allure about you. Also, you look like you'd be traversing through some caves.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
It wasn't. I'm
Pure
sorry.
instinct. I behaved like a Hun, and I sincerely apologize.
Veteran, huh?
307th Infantry Regiment.
Oh. Well, that'll be okay for now. But the war is over. Try not to forget it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
I never really watched much of Downton Abbey, but I saw a little bit of it, and I know I'd like it, but I never really watched it. I thought for a bit she looks well, yeah. Find out about Sarah Hawkins.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
I'm just trying to get some water from Isaac. Thank you, honey. It's not
her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Torture?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Oh.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36,
Oh.
Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this?
It is the time of prohibition, I guess.
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
I want to find out about Darkwater.
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of Darkwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
I feel like there's
We all
more.
knew she was in.
Like, I guess
I've
it's
got
enough.
what I need.
Anything else?
Like, why is that white still when all the other ones go green? Unless it's like information I can't get because I don't have a high enough skill. I'm not ordering a. I don't want to order a drink. I don't think I should drink. I think I should
That'll
drink
be
on
all.
occasion, but not all the time. Because I have a feeling turning him into a drunkard is a bad idea, but I have a feeling the alcohol will be good against the potential insanity.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
The Silo returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. We had given up hope. The crew of the Silo, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of formidable toothed whales, the cetacean that is already being called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent for June for fishing, workshops, or storage activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the dock. Special evening at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all of the staff of the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family or with friends to taste the miraculous catch. Each person will leave with a bottle of oil, so don't hesitate. Why do I have a feeling that anyone that partook of that is going to have some issues going on? Why did you guys think? Hi, you can keep talking.
We'll do it again, you know. The girl doctor, Colden. She won't stop asking.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
He's an occultist. Look at the markings cut onto his arms and the tattoos, and he was just talking about what Cthulhu actually does to people. So Cthulhu as an elder thing, elder god, whatever, speaks to people classically in the stories through their dreams and slowly drives them insane.
That's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No.
And that's just while he's
the
sleeping.
Risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
Which is the problem with every Lovecraft story. Knowledge is dangerous. Probably wants the Necronomicon.
Nightmares.
Okay, I talked to you enough. I'm done. Hello.
You like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's
Bye,
true.
Kimmy.
It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
Yep.
And it was delicious.
Yep. Yep. And there's probably a reason why, if the island is suffering, none of them have been willing to leave, even though they're sailors and there's a boat that's constantly going to the mainland.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Hey, buddy.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Buddy, why? She's probably the lady doctor. It's like, why am I not talking to her? Because I want to see if there's anything else I can pick up and look at first. Like, can I want some more cultist things, but...
What you looking at, stranger?
She can certainly put them away. Oh, look at all of her glasses.
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger.
She's a little bitchy.
I told you to beat it.
So because I'm not eloquent enough, I can't talk to her. Is that what it is?
I told you to beat it.
No. What about you? Hello, sir. Hey, isn't that... It looks like him. With beard shaved off. Are you gonna say anything different?
That's it. Maybe we should let him take it.
No.
No. The risks are too high.
What is this?
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Oh. Oh, he owed money to the bar.
What can I get you?
Is this miraculous catch a true story?
I read the article on the miraculous catch. Interesting local folklore.
Don't get it into your head to repeat that round here. It's more than folklore. On that day, the crew of the Scylla caught an exceptional catch. The biggest whale ever caught. And they saved dock water from famine.
Charles Hawkins owed you a lot of money. Do you know if he had problems?
I don't know the details, and it's not my business. Money or not, he was always welcome in my bar. The Hawkins family was always much appreciated on the island.
So, if I remember my Lovecraftian stories correctly, and because obviously we're in a port town, therefore aka very close to Innsmouth, Dagon, the elder god that was involved with Innsmouth, which is where the fish people came from with the old Cthulhu game, there was something about how that town was dying of famine and was losing money, but someone ended up making a pact with Dagon, or the entire town made a pact with Dagon, and suddenly they became plentiful again. That rings too much to home to this story right now, which is making me think that there's definitely something going on here. What did he say again about whatchamacallit?
Do you know where this...
fire.
Why not?
First off, sailors scream, and that's but off anything.
Maybe I should just go to Warehouse 36.
That'll be all for now.
I am rusty on my Cthulhuian lore, and in all honesty, if anyone wants to know where it came from, I have heard some of the stories, because you can listen to them on YouTube for free nowadays, but my big thing was that board games that were based off of them.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
I was always interested where certain monsters in games like Arkham Horror came from, so I would research them, and that's how I learned little tidbits here and there about things.
We go where we want.
Hey, you'll get us into trouble.
You're already in trouble.
There's nothing for you here either.
Can't we sort
Pretense.
this out? You can see he's half drunk.
There's nothing to sort out. Your chum wanted to stir
There's nothing
us
for
up.
you here either.
No, I don't have an option.
Pretense.
But you can stay to watch if you want. You can pick up the pieces.
Come on, you bastard. You'll see what a true sailor's got in his belly.
I want to see if anything happens here.
You hear that? You bilge rats don't scare me.
What did he call us just now?
I said you were
Bilge
a
rats.
bilge rat.
Called bilge rats.
A pox limpet. You think we don't know what you're doing? Hidden in the fog?
I'll shut up your big mouth once and for all.
Optimistic.
They're just gonna...
Stupid or what? Even your captain told you not to stick.
Oh my god. It's just the same thing over and over and over. So what about... Is there anyone on the boat? Like, there's nothing going on over here, I don't think.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us
Unless-
anymore.
What could have done so much damage?
I've already
You
looked at
can't
that.
understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
I
There's
can't...
something coming. Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Okay, so my only options are down here and up there, it looks like. So I'm gonna see if anyone here has anything to say or to do, even though I came from here. No. Okay. Well, that answered that. So I got everything I think I need, and I just need to talk to Fitzroy, which is in the top right corner of my screen that I'm ignoring, which is great. Also, we're gonna be ending shortly because I was only gonna do an hour.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor.
I don't even want
The
to end yet.
hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Oh, now I got something about him. Your documents are unreadable.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No. It was none of my
this
business.
Conversation thing. My favorite Lovecraftian story, I think, and I'm really, like I said, I'm really out of these ones. There's two. There was the Witching House, I think it was, or the Witch's House, I think. At least that's what the space is called in Arkham Horror, the board game. And I know the story it's based off of. I don't remember it too well, but I love the idea of how witches worked and how they moved through space by going through the angles. And then there was one about, and I can't remember the name of this one either, but the guy that was basically the Frankenstein guy who was trying to bring people back to life. That one was a good one. I'd have to see what the hell their names are called. Talk about Darkwater. Who is Cat?
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain Cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
You watched me go
Are you
through
being
them.
blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Oh, and the Dunwich Horror I really liked too.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Why are they putting it back into the sea?
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
This photograph looks strange.
I was looking at your photograph.
It's probably
the
his
man
grandfather
from
or
the book.
something.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can
Yes,
go and
Herbert
see
West,
it if you're
Reanimator.
interested.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. That's one of the ones I was talking about. Is the other one still? Is it called the Witch's House?
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Wait, what did I miss?
The miraculous catch.
Not at all. It's an episode. Go read this. It's displayed.
Yes, I read it. Okay, ask him about warehouse.
I'm looking for
36.
warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty.
Which I can't get to.
miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
Yeah, Hawkins.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
I've already done all those.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Good time. The game was saved. And I got a thingamajigger. So, near as I can tell, consult diary. I will do the consulting of the diary later. But it looks like you only get checkpoints. There's no saving of the game. Oh, goody! That'll be fun for parts where you could potentially die. But anyways, I know we only did an hour. I definitely want to play more, like I mentioned earlier this week. I'm so glad that you actually, there's someone in chat who's like knows the Lovecraft stuff. Thank you, Thus Spoke. Because a lot of people aren't aware of them. If you guys haven't checked them out, you should check them out, especially this time of the year. Just listen to them. Don't do the Island of Madness on YouTube. I think there's only 2 recordings, and both of them, both people don't know how to read it, and it puts you to sleep. Not Island of Madness, Mountains of Madness. Mountains of Madness is still a good story. Save it for much later. It's also one of the longest ones. Get with the smaller ones and listen to them. Anyways, thank you guys for coming. We will see who else is streaming. Honey, can you help me with that?
Just send them to cry.
Okay, you guys are going to cry. Thank you for coming. Goodbye.